Palace 2, Chelsea 3, joined by Pat here. Pat, we've been talking about goals. Not talking about them. We've been talking about potentially scoring goals and talking about them here. And we finally can. Palace have scored 2 goals. It was a crazy game, end to end from both sides. What did you make of the game?
We finally had some goals, which is definitely some positive things for us to talk about here. I thought they played well. The beginning of the game with Cahill going down, and I'm not sure what the severity of that is. I haven't read into it yet, but potential career ender the way he went down with the non-contact. It seemed like we were just a little bit, shook, and it took us a little bit to finally find our stride. And after Wolf hit that, just absolute worldy shot to give us, one goal deficit, we really came out in the second half. We really put it on the front foot. Had a lot of chances. I think there was a lot to be positive about, but unfortunately, just that beginning run, that little hiccup, which maybe wasn't even our fault, kind of was our downfall.
Yeah, you mentioned that Wilfried Zaha goal there. He started down the right-hand side this game, and I thought he was way more energetic. He was in the game. He was pushing forward, going back. What do you think it was? Do you think that over the last couple of games, he just hasn't been fit enough? Or do you think that him playing down the right-hand side just helped him much better because he's right-footed, as we know, and that's his preferred foot? What do you think it was?
Yeah, it allowed him to kind of get down on the channels a little bit more, which was good. Matchup wise, obviously, I think you'd rather have him go against Azpilicueta other than Reece James on the other side, which seemed to help him there too. And yeah, he just created, like they gave him a little bit of space, and it was a little bit further out than what he normally does, but he saw it and he took it. So you have to really appreciate a moment like that.
Yeah, after that goal, I thought we were pretty much the favourites. We controlled the game. Start of the second half, we were the front runners. We created chances, and Chelsea had that one chance, and they scored. But 30 seconds later, Patrick Van Aanholt, he pushes forward, passes it to Benteke, and he actually manages to score. I think it's his first goal at Selhurst Park for well over a year, or maybe even 2 years. I'm not too sure, but finally, Benteke is on the score sheet. Patrick Van Aanholt got assist. Benteke this season, it's been weird for him, but finally, if he can get the goals, he's contributed in other ways. But if he can get the goals, then he could be very, very important for us, especially because Jordan Ayew hasn't been as good lately.
Of course. So first goal at Selhurst since the 5-0 drubbing of Leicester in April of 2018. So over 2 years since Benteke scored a goal at Selhurst Park, which is pretty incredible. But yeah, I mean, everything that he's done, all the shortcomings he's had, you can never doubt passion. You can never doubt his integrity. He's always had those things, and I think maybe it's just one of those things where it's coming together. And yeah, that one goal we gave up, was unfortunate. Milivojevic going after a ball that probably he had no right to be going after. He knew he wasn't going to win it, and he opened up space in the middle for former Loney Ruben Loftus-Cheek to do a little magic. But like you said, that run with PVA, and what a second half he had, just freed up Benteke, and he was able to finally capitalize on a nice little tap in.
I think that was one of the main reasons as well as Wilf playing well. But PVA, this game, he was pushing down that left-hand side. Last game, we didn't see that much from him. He wasn't doing them overlapping runs. But I think this is Patrick Van Aanholt as well, really. He's not a left-back. He's a left wing-back. He's a player who goes forward, who's more of an attacking player rather than a defender. And if he continues doing this, then we could see more goals and more assists coming out of it. And I think that's what we've been missing. But I'm not too sure what you thought about his game.
I thought he played excellent. I really did. The first half, Willian played so well, and Willian kind of pinned him back. And like you said, it took the attacking point out of his game, and that's the strongest part of his game. So for him not to be attacking and going forward in that first half because Willian was having such an excellent performance, it really changed in the second, where it almost looked like Willian was playing right back sometimes as much as he was chasing PVA down and just making some great runs and cutting in and just doing the things that we're used to seeing him do when we're on a good run of form. I think that his attacking, like you said, he's an extra winger. He's another forward almost for us, especially when we're not having our forwards really capitalize on the chances that they're capitalizing on. To have him back is huge.
Yeah, and at the end, we had it was ridiculous. I thought we was going to score, but Scott Dan had a chance. There was that Kuyate penalty shout. At the end of the day, going into this game, I was not confident. But now, it sounds weird, but I'm upset that we haven't even got 1 point. Overall, I thought it was a positive day for Palace and something that we could carry on to the next game against Villa.
100%. And I was really the same way. Like, there was part of me that was like, Oh God, I can't believe we're already playing already. Like this is, we have to watch another 90 minutes of probably getting a clean sheet up hung up against us. And the way for it to start out the way it did, you saw this like sky is falling kind of thing. But give them credit, they dug deep and they played a great attacking way in the second half. They showed some things you can definitely build on, and I think it's not unfair to say that barring a freak injury, non-contact injury to Gary Cahill that gives up that first goal, you played him pretty evenly the rest of that match. I think like a 2-2 result would have probably been more fair, but that's how football goes sometimes.
And I was actually thinking about this at the start of the game. I was thinking, how am I going to ask Pat for man of the match because of how slow we started? But as we went on to the game, there were lots of positives from players. So, the drill. If you had to pick one player as your man of the match, who would it be for Palace?
My heart wants to go with Benteke a little bit just because he scored, but I have to go with PVA. I mean, he provided a spark that I think we were missing in these last few matches, and his ability to go forward, it opened up for everybody. He's the reason that PVA got those looks. He's the reason that Wilf wasn't getting double marked or any type of zonal marking to kind of block him off. He just provided a threat that I think we were so missing. So I love the sentimental value of Benteke scoring. I think it's a promise of things to come. But overall, match performance-wise, I'm going to say Patrick Van Aanholt was my man.
Patrick Van Aanholt it is, and I'm pretty sure lots of Palace fans will agree with you. Not that they won't. He had a brilliant game. As always, leave down your comments down below. Let us know what you thought about the game. And until next time, up the Palace.